I am seriously so hungry, I don't even know what to do with myself. And I want to make a video, and I've been thinking about making a video all day, but not before I eat. Preheat oven, 425, 10 minutes. This is something that my husband would totally make fun of me for, but I am way too impatient to wait for the oven to preheat. So I put this right on the rack because it really doesn't matter, and it comes out the same. Oh, hey, kitty. Put this guy down. And then instead of waiting 10 to 11 minutes, we just wait 15, and then it's all good to go. So what I've been wanting to make a video about has been just like a basic intro law of attraction for beginner. I've been talking to some of you guys who watch my videos. It's tough, I think. It's tougher than I realize to put all the pieces of the videos together. Of course, like that makes total sense. I mean, nobody's watching my videos in the way and understanding them in the way that I am making them, because I'm the one that's saying it and you guys are the one that's watching it. It just kind of makes sense. So I wanted to put something together where it can just be really clean, really comprehensive. You know, this is how to really understand and utilize the law of attraction. So, number one. Oh, I forgot my timer. How am I going to know when 15 minutes is over? Alexa, can you put a timer on for 15 minutes?
15 minutes, starting now.
Sweet. So first off, the first thing that we have to keep in mind is that thoughts are things. So this is like lesson 1 for law of attraction for beginners. Thoughts are things. So they produce frequency. So your brain produces frequency. So when it thinks a thought, it produces a frequency out into the universe. So that's the first thing that you have to understand, is that every single thing that you are thinking actually produces vibration. Fact. So all these things are facts. Your thoughts produce vibrations. Every thought that you have, it produces a vibration that's put out into the universe. Number 2, like attracts like. This is also a fact. Like attracts like. So as you put these thoughts into the universe, you're going to get back things, situations, events, you know, that make you feel the exact same way with what you're putting out. And the third thing is that you get what you think about most of the time. You get what you think about most of the time. So it's not like things happen instantly. Thank God, right? I mean, you could have a weird, bad thought and something would happen instantly that would be awful. You get what you think about most of the time. So what do you spend your time thinking about? Oh, I was like, there's no way that's 15 minutes. That was just the oven. That is now finally heated up. And now I don't have to go put the pizza in because it's already in. So how can you tell what you're thinking about? Well, you want to use your feelings as an indicator. Your emotions are your indicators. So sometimes, I mean, you drive for like 20 minutes. You don't even know what you're thinking about. But you can tell by the way that you feel. Are you feeling frustrated? You're getting ready in the morning and you're like feeling like you don't want to go into work. That's you're dreading something. You're feeling like you don't want to have to do something. You have to do all these tasks and you wish you could just be doing this. That's a certain feeling. And so if you're feeling that for 30 minutes as you're getting ready to go to work, the universe is going to give you back situations and events and people in your life and yada yada that make you feel the exact same way. So your feelings are your indicator. Okay, so some of you are saying, okay, I know that. Now what do we do about that, right? How do we make this work for us? Well, again, it's always working, but you get the idea. So you have to pay attention to your thoughts at all times. I know that that sounds really difficult, but here's what I would do. I would do a couple of exercises so that you become really good at controlling your mindset. Exercise number 1, I would have a gratitude journal where you literally just write in it all the time. I will define all the time everything that you're thankful for. So you're putting out into the universe very frequently a feeling of gratitude. So if you're thinking, oh my gosh, I need to like change my mindset a little bit, like I don't want what I'm putting out into the universe all the time, then you want to start doing these things. You want to wake up in the morning and fill a page of everything that you're thankful for. No matter what you're going through, you have something to be thankful for. You have a lot of things to be thankful for, no question. Everybody can fill up a whole page. And so you write it out in the morning. So you're kind of starting to train your brain a little bit. The second thing that you want to make sure that you do in order to really get control is you want to fill up any time that there's silence or sometimes even music. And I get it, I love music, but how bad do you really want to retrain your brain with different types of thought processes? So you gotta have audiobooks, you gotta have things that are playing in the background. When you're getting ready for work, you gotta have something playing. And I would have things that are related to mindset specifically, right? I mean, there's a zillion of them out there, whether it's something on law of attraction, positive thinking, mentality. There's a ton of different audiobooks. I would really make sure that, I'll put a couple of my favorites in the description. I would really make sure that you're filling up times where your mind wanders. So I know I mentioned drive time and time getting ready, but those are like the two main ones, I think, for a lot of people, where your mind really wanders and you start thinking about stuff that you don't even realize how damaging your thoughts are, right? Like you're getting ready and you're thinking about this email that you just got that you're kind of annoyed by, and before you know it, for 10 minutes you've been thinking about how annoyed you are about this email, and so you're manifesting more things in your life that are going to make you feel the exact same way. But if you replace that silence in the background with something else, you're not going to think that, right? So you're retraining your brain. I literally probably went through this for about 5 years, where I'm not even kidding you. I probably didn't even turn on a song in the background ever, whether I was like hanging out at my house or driving in the car or whatever. I always had something that was retraining my brain, some sort of business audio on mentality or law of attraction or something, so that I could just change my negative thoughts. I was such a worrywart. Like, that's what it took. You know what I mean? So whatever it takes, like, this isn't going to be 1 week and then all of a sudden you gain control of your thought process. It's going to be a little bit of a process. So we said we want to do some gratitude lists. We said 3 times a day. We said, fill in the silence. So the third thing is going to be to figure out what you want. This one can be tricky. Okay, so we've established that our brain produces vibration. Thoughts are things. We've established that like attracts like. We've established that you're going to get what you think about most of the time. Therefore, we want to change our thoughts. We're going to fill in the silence. We're going to have gratitude list 3 every day. Oh, you know what I have? I have this here. This is my gratitude book, essentially. Everything is connected right there. And I have been doing this for so long, and I've just kind of, filled everything up with everything that I've wanted as far as in my home and in my relationships, with my work. It's so crazy to look back on this because I've accomplished so many of these things. This is like so cool. The whole point is you got to get one of these. That was 15 minutes? My gosh. Good thing I'm going to edit this down. Alexa, turn the timer off. Let's see here. I think that I'm capable of eating this entire pizza. Did I mention that I'm 3 months pregnant? If I didn't, now would probably be a really good time. Look who's home! I slaved and slaved over dinner, and I made you a pizza. It's right there, and you're really lucky that I didn't just eat the second half of it, because it's delicious. That was delicious. Where were we? Oh, yes. Now you have to define what you want. How do you know what you want? Like, that's tough. So think about either it's a moment, right? Maybe you're shooting for something specific, winning something, or maybe it's a feeling, being able to provide for your family, or the feeling of accomplishment in front of your parents, or it's something like that. And then create a moment in your mind where you can picture it over and over and over again, and it's emotional. So it's you calling your parents, telling them about something that you've hit, or this moment where, you know, again, you're winning something in front of everyone. Like, it's a moment where you're emotional, and it has to do with the feeling that you want to have. So I know you want something, right? Whether it's like, it could be a certain type of lifestyle, or coming through for somebody, or whatever it is, you want something. So thinking of a moment that embodies that emotion, and think about that. Replace your thought process with that. Get specific. Every night when you close your eyes to go to bed, think more about more details. What are the sounds? What are the smells? What are people saying? How do you feel? You should feel this so much that if anything, if you're zoning out to anything when you're driving, or when you're, or whatever, as you've got those audios playing in the background, it's daydreaming about this, and you should feel really good. You should not feel bad when you think about this. And when you manufacture this moment in your brain, you're emotional about it. You're doing your gratitude list 3 times a day. You're thinking about this as much as you possibly can. You've got your audios in the background so that you're retraining your brain. And you understand that you get what you think about most of the time, because like attracts like, and thoughts are things. You will bring about situations, circumstances, events that are either exactly like the one that you're imagining, or exactly like it in the sense of it's going to give you the same emotions right back. It works. And it's great. And I challenge you guys to do this. And, I challenge you for like at least 30 days, but try not to put a time limit on it. Again, I did this for a long time to really retrain my brain entirely, so that I genuinely wasn't a worst case scenario kind of thinker. Like less of like a time frame, and more of like a new way of thinking. And I can't wait to hear how it works for you, what you manifest, what you accomplish. That's so exciting. If you guys found this video helpful to understand all this law of attraction stuff all in one video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Subscribe below so that way you can see all the videos that I post in the future. They might be on this subject or something else just as helpful, or just something fun. We've got a couple of those coming up. Everybody have a great night.